Speak up, and you can change your life. Speak up, and you can give a voice to someone who doesn't have one. Fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, have you ever remained silent about things that matter to you? I have. In fact, silence and I were the best of friends. I used to run into its warm embrace so we could sit together in silence. Silence was one of my best friends. And it started when I was a little boy. Let me take you 20 years ago. When I first came to this country from Russia, I was so excited. I'm going to make so many new friends. Everyone's going to like me. I was finally at the land of the free and the home of the brave. Except brave, I was not. I remember walking to school on the very first day, and my hands were shaking with fear, and my legs froze in place. And all my childhood dreams of making friends and meeting great people got burst just like the water bubbles in the air. You see, on the very first day, I was teased and bullied. Maybe because of the way I look, or maybe of my strange accent. But I was so terrified to speak that by the lunchtime, I took the plastic food tray and clenched it in my hands and covered my face. I was so terrified to speak. And I used my elbows to point to the cafeteria ladies what I wanted to eat. I was a stranger in a strange land, and I was terrified to speak. Have you ever felt like me? Fellow Toastmasters, over the years I learned that silence can kill. Silence almost killed me. 10 years ago, I moved to Philadelphia. Got a new home, new job, and a new girlfriend. Everything was going great. Except in our relationship, as we tangled together, I realized there were some major differences. And I just thought, it's going to work out just fine. See, I was convinced that remaining silent was the best way to handle the differences. Boy, was I wrong. One night, as we were out on the town, my girlfriend and I found ourselves in the bad section of town. Next thing I know, I was robbed and assaulted and left to die. And my girlfriend? She left! What? Abandoned me! I remember waking up face down on the ground as I stood up and regained my consciousness. First thought in my head, I gotta learn how to pick better girlfriends. But you see, before that night in Philadelphia, it was I who abandoned myself first. See, every time I had a chance to speak up in our relationship, guess what I said? Absolutely nothing. I learned that silence can kill. But it doesn't have to be that way. But it starts with having the courage to speak up. And my friend Anna taught me that. I met her in downtown Orlando, where we used to work. She listened to all my stories, she made fun of me, and we became friends. One day, the boss of the entire organization asked to speak to Anna. Now, he had a reputation. He was a bully, beating people into the submission with his words. It is his way or the highway. Once I see the meeting started, I see Anna running for the exit of the building. I say, Anna, stop! Wait! What happened? She stopped. She looked at me, and tears going down her face. And in her silence, I heard her voice. Time to speak is now. I had flashbacks from those 20 years ago when I was bullied and teased in school. I remember walking out to see my boss. As I looked him straight in the eye, and I said, I can't. I cannot do this. I cannot be part of any organization that bullies people anywhere, anytime. because silence kills. We both left, but Anna was never bullied again. Now, if someone like me, with my strange looks and my strange accent, can do that, just imagine what you can do. Time to speak is now. You see, when we remain silent about things that matter to us, we take a step backwards. And then one day, we look at ourselves in the mirror and we don't even know who we are anymore. All we see is just a patchwork of moments of silence sewn together with fear. Time to speak is now. Because when you do, you take a step forward. And your heart will remind you that you still know how to love. When you speak up, you're reminded how to be a friend and give a voice to someone who doesn't have one. Now, I get it. It is scary, scary, scary to speak up if you've been hurt, abandoned, or bullied. I know. But you have to speak up. Because when you do, you let go of the fear and you grab hope. And that's worth something. A few weeks ago, my friend told me, Mark, your life shrinks and expands according to your courage. But you'll never know it unless you speak up.